liberalism was an ideology. Sometimes it was governmental, but sometimes not. But it was always political. It is the idea that all things, well, let me describe some of the symptoms. Freedom for all, freedom to do whatever you want. No one should tell you what to do, how to do it, what to do it, blah, 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 blah. Now, the other side of liberalism will say that open borders, for example, there should be no borders in the world, not understanding that the masses will always gravitate toward the stronger economic engine, overtaking the actual fucking capacity of that economic engine to do what it would normally do. They know this. So when it is used as a scheme and a plot to undermine the society at large, or the society at its very foundation, to change it into something that it was never meant to be, that is at the core of liberalism. It's usually Western style, put forth for that reason. Whenever the governments cannot change the population, because at the end of the day, it's more of the population than it is of the government, by far. And if the population get pissed off enough, they can start getting agitated. The next thing you're looking at rebellion, revolution, insurgencies, civil war. It's always bloodletting. You can give it any name that you want to. It's just fancy names for a whole bunch of men killing each other at the same time in the same spot over the same shit. That's all it really means. All those fancy names. But that is just a bunch of killers killing each other and maiming and breaking shit everywhere they go. That's what war is. Killing and breaking shit. Liberalism, it's funny. I didn't realize that it could be used as a weapon. Like they would say, it's been weaponized. Yeah, liberalism has been weaponized here. They want a certain type of a population. They don't want to govern. The American government does not want to govern. It wants to dictate. It wants to rule. You can't rule free-minded people. You can't rule within the foundations of the Constitution. It can be done, not without force. And historically, America had already went down that road, and it was called a Revolutionary War. I guess they all got tired of shooting each other and stabbing each other all of a sudden. Act like it's something new. No, you've done this several times over here. You just take a whim and find the reason, then you start to killing each other. They're playing with yourself. It's like one of your greatest fucking pastimes is murder. Shit, right now as I speak, or in the next 60 seconds or 60 seconds earlier, somebody was getting murdered in this country right at that moment. That's how many people get killed here a fucking day. I think it's one every every 11 minutes or some shit like that. You boys be busy. Y'all some murderous mother, and we get moved blank, beep, beep. Dang. The police here kill more people in America than the Taliban kill over there annually. Okay? Is that perspective enough? The Taliban does not kill as many people as American police officers. That's just for some perspective. But I understand the American police officer is the police in the most violent country in the world, hands down. It is a symptom of a sickness. That's all. It's the exposition of a symptom of a sickness. But for right now, that is unremarkable because we're talking about liberalism. So we're gonna keep the liberalism. Next time I get on a segue, will someone stop me? I've heard extreme liberals say, I want to call them by their name and their race, but then I don't. That their intentions are, in every country, is to change the culture of that country. So why don't you just don't go where they already got liberals? It sounds easy enough that you should immigrate to where they already is living liberally. Liberalism interprets freedom as a freedom to be licentious, meaning to do whatever one's will is, like the devil. Shit, like the devil. And I used to say, okay, cool, as long as it don't hurt no one. But I've seen, well, liberalism hurt somebody and don't nobody do a damn thing about it because the liberal has designated, which is inevitable, who's in and who's out, who's free, who's ain't. I'm going to tell you a secret. Every time that the government gives somebody rights, where do you think some rights came from? Where do you think those rights came from? I'm going to tell you a secret about governance, American style. The only way that they can give anybody else rights that don't already exist is by removing some rights from someone else. And let me repeat. The only way that they can give rights is to take rights from somebody else. I can prove this over and over and over again. Man, don't make me prove it. Please don't, because it's going to get ugly then. Just take my word for it. The only way, man, this is worthy of repeating 3 times. The only way that they can give someone else rights is by taking someone else's rights. End of discussion. Then they fight over who they're going to take the rights from to be given to that other guy over there in some other form, shape, way, or fashion. Now the powers that be would not like me saying these types of things because it exposes the game. It exposes the game. And it is a game. It's a deadly serious one, though. It's one of food and water and resources. That means it's deadly because if you don't have these things, you will be dead shortly thereafter. Trust me, after you lose your mind trying to find it, and you will still die. That's going to be the horrifying thing. And instead of you just laying your ass down in the hot sun, you're going to run for shade 11 days and dig holes and look for water bottles with fucking little corners and ounces in them until you die 11 days later. That shit ain't even funny. It's morbid and it's dark. Well, excuse my dark humor, but it's the truth. That's what you're going to do. We all know it. That's what you're going to do. If you out there, you ain't got no goddamn water and no more food, nigga, you running out of time. You need to figure this one out. I'm just saying that when some of us should reach the conclusion faster than others, and listen, there is no more water and there is no more food. I'm going over here and sit down and rest and then die. Okay? Underneath this damn shade tree. You go look for water. Wave your hands if you find some. I'll see if I can find the strength to make it to where you at. If I don't wave back, now that don't mean I'm dead. That just mean I'm just too weak. Bring me a bottle. Too hot out there. But liberalism, it destroys the culture wherever it goes. Wherever it goes. But I've never seen liberalism get vicious like this. Liberalism, American style, is I've never seen that. It's all but round up the people who don't agree with us, put them in fucking concentration camps with serpentine wire and then razor wire and then shit dig a goddamn alligator moat. And don't forget the German shepherds. I'm like, damn. All this here because you, they, I mean, listen, they have to, liberalism have to mess with your head. It must indoctrinate. It can't work. And that's one of the reasons I say unnatural. It's never the grassroots. It never come from the ground. Never. It always comes from a disgruntled section of the population that is been marginalized, not because of race. No, they've been marginalized, and then they find each other, and then they started talking amongst each other, and the next thing you know, boom, liberalism. Boom. God damn, what did he just say? He said that everything ought to be free. Shit. Watch him. You watch him real close. That's the beginnings of a liberal. Each other ought to be free. Anything that makes anybody feel uncomfortable should not be. Damn. But you're making the people who you say by their very existence make you uncomfortable. By their existence. I mean, I keep saying this here. No one cares. You make yourself the object and the topic of a damn conversation purposely, and then you get mad about what's being said within the confines of the conversation. That's why I say crazy. I mean, how much control do you want? Here, have another bottle of this fake ass control. I didn't cut that shit in the water. It's still sweet though. Drink some more. God damn. Indoctrination. It's a must. You can't get liberalism out of anybody adult. You can't. See, most of us start out as liberals. That's because I hate this word, idealistic. We're young, we're naive, and we green to the world. But what we don't understand is that the world knows it, and that the world is a damn wolf that sees us coming. And not only that, they see us empty, that they can teach you anything, put something in you, tell you how to walk and talk, because they already know that you don't know. So in their head, the liberal has the right to tell you how to do it, not let you develop your own drum beat. Fuck that. You have to pick from these tunes, use these beats. but I just got my own beat. It's brand new and ain't nobody ever made this beat. Yeah, we know. It will never make it, son. Yeah, them good beats, but we still got our own catalog of beats. Now choose from, and who made that for you? Oh, you made that. You're gonna be a problem. You gonna be a problem. Give me your drums and give me your drumsticks. No more beatboxing for your ass. Now choose from these beats and then march to it. Walk to it. Act like it. Think like it. Love like it. Believe in it. Worship it like a god if you have to. Just don't fall outside of the world's beat. See, the liberal hates certain things, like privacy. So where's privacy now? See, privacy had to go because the idea that someone thinking by themselves is dangerous to the liberal. Dangerous. Everybody have to be on board. And if you don't, then they want to force you on board. I've been blackballed, blacklisted, lost contracts.